Man of Steel 2 in development with Henry Cavill as Superman. Yes, at long last. This appears to be underway, and it should, because that makes perfect sense. So here we are at Cosmic Book News, covering this deal, which was from an article in the Hollywood Reporter. So, but this is a much shorter article, so we'll use Cosmic Book News for this. So anyway, this fits in with what Zaslav's rumblings has made about what he would like to see, and he's got his crew of Michael DeLuca and Pam Abdi running this, and they talk about their desire for the Cavill iteration of the hero. They could have gone with a new actor or what have you, but the thing of it is Cavill's popular in the role, and he's becoming a bigger star now since he started out in this, and so he's become bankable, as they say. But anyway, this pretty much solidifies a lot of rumors that had been going on about wanting Cavill back. And a lot of this comes out of Dwayne Johnson promoting Black Adam and talking about, he fought for 6 years to have this unfold. And I had thought about this at the time, hearing about The Rock and wanting to do Black Adam, and how he and the Cavill were both represented by Rock's ex-wife, Danny Garcia, and all that. And that dealing with the old regime at Warner Brothers was the stumbling block. And that they wanted Henry Cavill back. And all they would offer him are these cameos in the Shazam film and stuff like that. And what Cavill wanted was a solo Superman contract of films, and of course then he would agree to the cameos and that sort of thing. I would have been fine, but he wanted more of Superman, and for whatever reason they would balk at that. Gee, I wonder why they balked at it. Well, I suspect the smoking gun is Bad Robot. So it's thought the previous Warner Brothers administration turned it down in favor of going with the J.J. Abrams Superman, which now looks to be not happening. Yeah, I would say that's done. Because you want the recognizable Superman. You want the recognizable Batman. You want the recognizable Wonder Woman. There's a push on that, as those three characters would be the main foundation for their overall shared universe franchise. And Zaslav is looking at that. And if they do it right, it's true. This would generate a lot of income for Warner Brothers, and that would go a long way. And then you're in a position to fund other projects and that sort of thing. But to shore up their DCEU, you're certainly going to need Superman. And it looks like they perfectly understand that. And it appears they're going to jump on this. And that's what I've been hoping for, is that he's still muddling with these leftover films that you got to deal with Aquaman, The Flash, Black Adam, of course, and Shazam. And they're polishing them up, reshooting and whatnot, because they had to abandon the old idea of rewriting DCEU history and replacing Superman with Supergirl and Batman with Batgirl, on and on and on, with Michael Keaton thrown in as a draw of, oh, look, the return of Michael Keaton, but it sounded a lot like a bait and switch, where it would be, well, you're actually getting Batgirl. Well, you can get Batgirl, but not at the expense of Batman. Now, that was not going to sell. And they're in no position to fool around with that stuff, because they've screwed it all up. And you need a solid base for your DC franchise on film. And without Superman, without Batman, forget it. It's not going to happen. So this is all good, and it appears on the wish list is Macquarie. Now, the story goes, and he mentions it in here, that McQuarrie and Cavill pitched a Superman film idea, and Warner Brothers turned it down because J.J. Abrams, he didn't want anybody else getting Superman. He wanted Superman. And then what did he do with it? Well, he sat on it, and then he comes up with this, racial token crap that he was going to use, which is almost always a shield for lackluster product. And that's just what he was going to do. Very lazy. Seems that he didn't really care about the character at all. So, and then didn't even develop that, really. It's just squandered years. Where in reality, with actual common sense, Henry Cavill's time as Superman would be coming to an end about now. He would have done a trilogy, and I'm sure a couple of Justice League films. And then they have to do the Crisis on Infinite Earths, they revamp everything, and you cast a new Superman, and this thing can continue. And that's what you do. Instead, all this time was wasted, and what have you. But he's in great shape. He's older than he was then, but he still looks the character. And I think it's probably he works out a lot and all that. So I think he'll be fine doing Superman films for the next 10 years if necessary. So, but they had to get on it as soon. And especially since, look, there would be other offers. I think the James Bond people are missing a great opportunity. They seem to be pursuing woke crap again. They should have jumped on Henry Cavill, but might be too late. Conan the Barbarian keeps coming up here and there, and I think that would be a good one too. But too late. That's just the way it goes. So. It's all good. So I guess that's part of the deal, that whatever this pitch was, Cavill really liked it, and that's what he's pursuing. Now, whether or not McQuarrie is available to actually be the director, that's in some doubt, because he's busy with more Mission Impossible films, and that's where he and Cavill got to know each other. It was on the film they did. And so, but he could still function as, they give him an executive producer deal since it's, his idea and whatnot, that sort of thing. Maybe that's what would happen. Doubtful that Zack Snyder would be a director on that, especially when he's directing someone else's idea, but it would have been for the best, and you get a good writer on it, and then Zack would be a good director for something like that. But probably not. So there we go. But what's this? James Gunn pitches secret DC movie. Gee, is he... Now, there was the other rumor, and I don't think it was a rumor. I think he confirmed it, that he was offered Superman, but he turned it down in favor of Suicide Squad. And in a lot of ways, I've often thought Suicide Squad was a better fit for him, even more than Guardians of the Galaxy. So... and that's how it played out, and then he developed Peacemaker and all that sort of stuff. So, there is supposedly this DC mystery movie. I talked about it earlier. Are they fast-tracking Superman so much that that's what it is? That would be pretty amazing. How the hell could they keep that under wraps? He's filming The Witcher Season 2, and maybe he was, but in between he has to hurry up, take the wig off, put the tights on, shoot some Superman scenes, and then go back to Witcher. Oh my God, I'm exhausted. And then it was all directed by James Gunn. I don't know. I since he turned it down once already, I would have thought he's more interested in this Suicide Squad element and what have you, and that kind of angle, and where there's a lot of opportunity for comedic elements in it. Yeah. So he goes on, what's the mystery? He's working on something. I know he talked about doing yet another series out of Suicide Squad alongside Peacemaker. And, of course, Peacemaker Season 2 will be coming. So I don't know. We're working on something else now, another TV show that's connected to that universe, Gunn said. I can't say anything. It is connected to the universe, and I don't think it will be the same genre as Peacemaker. It won't be as much a comedy as Peacemaker, but it will be in the same universe. So that's interesting. You know, I mean, it's not as comedic because a lot of his movies, you know, Guardians of the Galaxy was a lot of comedy in it. Suicide Squad, a lot of comedy, and of course, Peacemaker was just flat out comedy. A serious note here and there, but so it says in addition to the news that Man of Steel 2 is in development, but reports that a mid-carving of DC's intellectual action is happening in Warner Bros. Discovery that James Gunn is angling for his own new DC project or two. So, what could it be? So it says not many details about the project or projects are known, but it is said James Gunn and producer Peter Safran are in talks with Warner Bros. Discovery for a Mystery DC movie. So I don't know if this is the same Mystery DC movie, but this Mystery DC movie supposedly comes to come out next year. So this all sounds like something much later. And I would assume so. So I just can't imagine what it could be. Still don't know. But it's just funny that this pops up at the same time. I'm just kidding around. I seriously doubt that they could have secretly shot. I mean, they shot stuff for Black Adam, but that was only for, I don't even think it was a minute worth of footage, you know, where he tells Black Adam, hey, we need to talk, and then that's it. But that would be an astounding feat if that actually happened. Hey, guess what? For December 2023, it's Man of Steel 2. Like, what the hell? You know, yeah, I doubt it. But nevertheless, there will be a Man of Steel 2. And it all fits and works. And it's all because the old regime's gone. They failed. The company had to be sold yet again. And yeah, you fail when that happens. And they all lost their jobs. So hopefully Zaslav can get this underway. And so far, and from my point of view, he's making all the right decisions as it applies to DC going forward. Most notably, get Superman back on board. And it looks like they have. And so that's good news.